when that happened?
On Chicago Street. Now there's nothing there now where the ball field is. There's Parrot Flats.
Uh-huh. Did you have something, Mark, that you wanted to show?
That's her family.
Yeah. This is Ollie's family?
The bottom picture.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
which one is that?
Now, did you have, when did you marry Sullivan?
I married him in 51.
1951, and how long were you and he married?
We were married 29 years. He died in 1980. He died with cancer. So then 2 years later, he had lost his wife, so he and I got married.
So what did Sullivan do for a living?
And he, donuts. He made Sully's donuts. He was a baker for Eddie's Bakery for years and years, 22 years, I think.
Was that up on the corner of Colorado and Galena?
Yeah.
Did he work right behind the Reynolds?
Up there someplace. That was before I knew him.
Oh, okay. And so, did he have a separate donut shop?
Yeah, he had it over here on, just off of Montana Street.
Did you work in that?
No, I did some. I had my hands full.
Yeah. Now, do you remember any other labor activities in those days? Strikes, that kind of stuff? 50s, 60s?
No.
Nothing that came to you?
That was the first impression, and then
Yeah.
after, of course, he never had anything to do around the mines. Lyle was never around the mines. Well, Lyle did work up on the hill some as an iron worker. I think that's where he remembered John Shea.
Okay. Now Lyle was who?
That was my first husband,
Oh,
Burton.
okay. Yeah, okay. Now, what besides being at home raising the kids, were you able to be involved in club activities or associations, anything like that?
Not too much. PTA, I was in on that. And I was...
Which school?
Madison.
Madison School?
Uh-huh.
So you basically put all your time in at home raising the kids. So what did your daily life look like in the 40s and 50s?
Hectic.
Hectic.
No, it was good. Had a good bunch of kids, and I'm proud of them, all of them. And that's another thing that my mother instilled on us. We never fought.
Uh-huh.
Us kids were never allowed to fight each other.
Uh-huh.
That's what any of us got in trouble with if we were doing any fighting. So then I tried it with my kids, and they knew it too. But my two girls said, they'll tell you now, that they learned to fight real quiet.
Well, what church did they go to?
We never got to church.
You never did much of that?
Well, on the ranch, we never got out.
Yeah.
We played cards. That was our only recreation, really. Well, we'd play cards. I'd play some games around, but we didn't get to stay in town for anything.
Well, that's quite a number of people in that picture. We'll go back to that in a few minutes. But you named, there was 3 kids by your first marriage, and there's 2 adopted kids by your second marriage. Is that it?
That's it.
That's all the kids you got?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, no, now I got Art's daughter, too.
Now, what's her name?
Artist.
Artist?
See, it's his, but she's mine, too. So now with counting her kids, I think I've got 17 grandkids.
Well, now, did you have a reason to be involved with Gertie Pitkanen?
Well, that
was one of Sullivan's kids?
Yeah, his daughter.
What was the story there?
Well, she was the one uptown here that, I think her main job was abortions. And then a lot of times she'd keep the babies and sell them.
Mm-hmm.
There was an awful lot in the paper about this a few years ago. They had a lot of it in there. But anyhow, that's where Sullivan got little Heather. And however he found it, I don't know.
Oh, so was Sullivan married to another person?
Oh, yeah.
And the two of them together adopted adopted Heather.
And then his wife died. Heather was only 3, so she was left without a mother again. So when I got her, she was 5.
Did they ever tell you about how that happened? Did they go to the Reynolds McClellan block behind Eddie's, or was it up there on Hamilton Street?
It was up on Hamilton.
It was up there.
But you know who they went through was Baker. She had a dog kennels out here on Harrison Avenue someplace. And that's who he went through. Now that's all I know about it, because that was before I didn't know anything about it. But that's where they got her. She's a beautiful girl.
Where'd they pick up the babies?
From Baker.
On Dewey.
No, from Baker.
That cabin on Dewey?
That's where Heather was born, but they picked up Heather from Baker out there on Harrison. She had a dog kennels or something. Dog
grooming
She
or
sold
something?
dogs or sold them. I don't know
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah, okay. Well, I wonder if you could show us a couple pictures and some things about your family in the pictures.
She married.
She looks German. Was
No,
she
I
German?
don't know where she was come from. They came
Mother,
from.
oh, your father's family
She was
from
married to the
Germany.
guy that came from Ireland, but he was a little guy, and look how big she was.
She was big.
Now my grandmother was real little.
Put the book up on the stand.
Yeah, if you'll put that book on the stand there.
Flip-
Is that, what is that exactly? Is it history for,
Just for
Madison County?
Madison County.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Want to show us what's inside there?
But he named his twin daughters.
Okay, now who's Howard Sapp? Or Sherman Sapp?
Oh, Sherman, yeah. He had a ranch out on the Beaverhead,
Uh-huh.
and his twin daughters were named Ima and Yura.
Okay.
Mother's grandmother, right?
Your mother's was she Irish?
No, she married an Irish. She married the Irishman, but I'm not sure where she came from.
Okay, this is the one that had no opinion about Plummer and so forth.
No, that was my grandmother.
Oh, okay.
I haven't got a picture of my grandmother in here.
All right.
Bridges.
What is it now?
It's still a round barn. They did have, used to have bull sales in there.
And
But
horse
anyhow-
racing. And horse racing.
Yeah, no, that Spokane, the horse Spokane. I think he was a Triple Crown winner. And he was trained out here in this barn by Joe Redfern. That was my grandmother's brother.
Oh, okay. So he was a horse trainer.
He was a horseman, period, yes.
Okay.
For the orphans' home, what we always call the orphans' home. Look at the kids they had out there.
Wow. Do you remember it this way?
Oh yeah,
Did you ever go out there?
oh yeah. We never hear of the Iron Rod Bridge out there by going the other side of Silver Star. There's a big gold mill
Oh, okay.
out there. It's all falling apart. That was the school. That's where my mother. This is my mother here that went to school there. And she graduated, she finished the 8th grade. She was 17 because they never did go to school. There was no places to go to school. And then she got married right after that, just before she was 18.
And her name again was?
She was Cornforth,
Cornforth, and her first name?
Ellen Pearl. They called her
Ellen Pearl Cornforth.
They called her Pearl.
Okay. And what did her family do there?
Well, her grandmother, she was born up here by Bernice. And all they did was work around in the hills. Now they had to be around mills, some mining, but it was mostly sawmills.
Huh.
So that's where she was raised. She was up at Bernice, and she was at what am I trying to say?
Fish Creek.
Fish Creek,
Mm-hmm.
and Grace, and then out by Silver Star. So of course when they were up in there, they didn't go to school. There was no school for them then. So. But she got out of 8th grade when she was 17.
What year do you think they got married?
1905
Okay. Where were they married at?
at Junction. It's a little bitty town right this side of Virginia City. There's
Okay.
nothing left there now.
All right. Spokane?
That's just, yeah, the Montana horse. They named him Spokane, and he was trained out there at that some winter.
Spokane was a Triple Crown winner?
Yes.
That won the Kentucky Derby?
Yes. I'll tell you what year.
Yeah.
1889.
That's great. That's great. Now
Now,
you're...
growing up on the ranch, did you do the same things that your brothers did?
No, No, the brothers worked outside and I worked in the house.